12 of the Origian script edit.
Part 12.
And you know what? I've
That's
been
impressive.
thinking, like, I don't know. I feel like there might be like new technology or something we need to incorporate, or new discoveries about the world. I heard a talk that Neil deGrasse Tyson was doing, and he was talking about this asteroid that's going to come
Right.
into contact in 5 years, in 2029.
Right.
Very close. The closest we know that has ever happened to the Earth.
Has he been talking about maybe they might land on the asteroid and do some mining? Because that is there have been like a few shows about that, about trying to mine like precious minerals from asteroids.
Yeah, I mean, there could be a lot of different things on there, right?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
I don't know if you
Absolutely.
would know what it was made out of, but like, what
I
if
think they can
something
tell
like
what
that
it's
had
made out of.
happened? Because this is the future.
Right.
What if they discovered a new metal and that's the thing that they're using for these particular things? Like,
Can we call it unobtainium?
no, we can't. That's already taken by the core.
It is. And then it was taken by Avatar.
Yeah, they use the same thing.
They
You're
used
right.
the same
That's
term.
so weird.
That is so stupid.
But I think we need to consider something like that,
Right.
and possibly.
Well, and I don't think we have really any AI that has been like really created for this particular film.
mhm.
And AI it's the future. I mean, I feel like AI, when it rolled out, was sort of like when Henry Ford rolled out the first Model T.
Right.
Everything is going to follow it.
Right. So let's be on the lookout for adding some new tech, especially because we're going to be at Origian headquarters.
Correct.
He would be on the cutting edge.
Absolutely.
So, any way to slip some of that information in. And, like, it's funny how that just happens in the course of life,
Mm-hmm.
that you're just like going along. I'm just going along on TikTok, and all of a sudden, there's some information
Yeah.
I could use in a script.
Something new.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you could be always writing. Part 12, exterior and Solange's flying vehicle day. I didn't know he had a flying vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a flying vehicle.
Well, he was in a car-like thing
Right.
originally.
Right.
And this being 6 years or 5 years later, then
Sure.
he's upgraded. Okay,
Or-
it's already addressing my
Right.
concern.
Or that particular car-like thing is the same vehicle, and it can become a flying vehicle.
Well,
it
I
can
like the idea
transform.
that tech has grown.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ian Solange is high above the city, being flown to his corporate headquarters. He has his laptop in front of him. He's scrolling through the latest press, which is all reflecting that.
See, I think a laptop is like old tech.
Okay. Then why don't we just go with basically removing the laptop from it and do like there's a screen in front of him.
Yeah, but like, how is the screen projected? Because like, I think, the goggle things people are wearing, the Apple goggle things.
Right.
It's possible.
They're super clunky.
Yeah, but it's possible that it's just something.
Okay, so just imagine that you have like something here over your ear.
I still think that's clunky because it requires something be projected.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want it to be like
an implant.
No.
Everybody thinks Elon Musk has had some sort of download.
Well, I mean, he already is experimenting with, the whole Neuralink thing.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So, but you would have to have some sort of a something you would do to where it would show it, like I don't know, like maybe he presses his temple and then the screen appears in front of him, like just in front of him and just his eyes.
I kind of like the idea of maybe like the tricorder in Star Trek.
Right.
And people are inspired by those kinds of things,
Sure.
right? I mean, like,
But it has, but we have to communicate that it's actually internal. It's part of
Right. But
him.
like it could be like
Well, what if it
magnetic.
yeah, well, what if there's a little light under your skin? So you turn it on and you turn it off?
That seems like a waste of power for no reason.
Well, it lets you know it's on and off.
But you would know because you would be seeing it.
Mm,
That would
yeah.
be for others to know.
But we're talking about for an audience, it has to be visual.
Well, okay, imagine that um let's just say for now, okay? You know how like those things in Star Trek they held in their hand?
Right.
Well, that's an iPhone.
Right. Exactly. Right.
And now the device that they would tap here, what is that?
Well, that was a badge. That was a
They
badge
never
that
tapped that.
no, they did tap it. They tapped it as it basically it was like a little badge that was acting as their
Yeah.
tricorder,
Yeah,
which is their
exactly.
communication device.
So why don't we
Well,
do that?
hang on. That's not a tricorder. A tricorder is what you use to check somebody's medical status. That's a tricorder.
But they would also like survey things with it.
That's a tricorder.
Yeah, exactly.
But what they were communicating with was just called a communicator.
That they're communicating.
That's a communicator.
So that was a tricorder. But I'm saying the
The
tricorder.
tricorder was a big, bulky. It looked like an old tape machine.
Yes, but I'm saying that became a cell phone.
Yes, the communicator is what we would think of as a cell phone.
like, yeah, that's where we looked at that thing. If you look at the first cell phones, and we were like,
yeah, with the flip and the whole thing, yeah.
So why wouldn't this evolve?
Yeah, but I think it has to. I think it has to be internal in some way.
It can be. It can be like magnetic.
Okay.
You just pop that thing on you in the morning.
Okay.
Like it charges and it pops onto you.
Okay. I like that. Okay. So he has something. He pulls it out of his bag, or whatever. He pulls it out and he places it on his skin, and then the screen comes up. Okay, that's cool. That works.
So he does not have his laptop in front of him.
No.
Okay. He takes a small metal
sphere. Not sphere. Like a disc.
Disc. Yeah, I like that.
Disc.
Because it's shaped like an O.
There you go. With his brand on it.
From his bag.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he can have a satchel.
Whatever.
And places it magnetically against the skin of his collarbone. Okay.
And then immediately
there is actually tech currently that supports this, because 35,000 people have had this device implanted in them.
Mm-hmm. Including you.
No,
not that one. A different device.
No, I think it's called CMIMS, or I can't remember what it's called, but it's something MIMS device. So this device has no power.
Okay.
It's just a transistor that only communicates when it's in contact with another device. So there is futuristic med tech.
Okay.
Already to support this idea.
I mean, that makes sense, because that's what happens, is that something that is medical becomes more practical.
Yeah. So, okay. I like that. He takes a small metal disc from his bag and places it magnetically against the skin of his collarbone.
Immediately a screen
comes
up in front of him.
He sees a screen. It's kind of like a dashboard, a digital dashboard.
So how does he change things? Is it like where he is it like Minority Report, where he's like doing like this and typing?
I think, I think so.
Okay. Because you still have to have that element of a keyboard.
Well,
even if it's a virtual keyboard, you still have to be able, because otherwise all you're doing is thinking things.
No. I think you could talk it in.
Okay.
So texting becomes talking.
Okay, great. So maybe we need to uh, he needs to say exactly what it is he wants to see.
No, he can just, like, select it and scroll because
Right.
he's not said anything yet, he's just watching.
Right.
He clicks through cover story after cover story that show this is the month before launch begins. Before the launches begin.
Mm-hmm.
His flying car gets lower and lower, landing on the top of the Origian headquarters. Okay.
Okay.
Origian's exterior Origian's roof day.
Okay. So are we happy now with that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
dig that.
Okay.
I just don't want the tech to be like
Sure.
not
Yeah.
tech.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Celia, the publicist, comes out to greet Ian as he is getting out.
Here's the report on the last flight.
Why am I not Celia and you're Ian?
Fair enough. Because you just
I
read
just
the
read that.
last thing. Okay.
You have to be so equal.
Celia, the publicist, comes out to greet Ian as he's getting out.
Celia, here's the report on the last flight.
I'll take a look at it, but what's the gist?
Celia, everyone's. Oh shit, where did that go? Everyone's final training flight went perfectly, but Matthew experienced some discomfort.
All right, so let's.
So how many thousands of feet or whatever does that need to be? Everyone's final training flight went perfectly, but Matthew experienced some discomfort above what? In low space orbit or
yeah,
in
yeah. In low Earth orbit.
low Earth orbit. Okay. Next.
What kind of discomfort?
Dizziness, disorientation, vomiting.
Have we determined the cause?
I'm going to say they're doing blood work now. Emmeline has an issue. She insists on talking to you.
Also, let's put also Emmeline has an issue. Because she's changing
Also,
subjects.
okay. They're doing blood work now. Also, Emmeline has an issue. She insists on talking to you alone.
Is that in the report?
Yes, sir.
Anyone else have any trouble?
Everyone else was 100%. I think we're ready.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Gods.
To the gods.
To the gods.
Okay.
Oh, it's not God's ears. It's the gods.
To the gods' ears.
The gods' ears.
To the gods' ears, yes. From your mouth to the gods' ears. They walk inside. Interior medical lab day. About 5 people are standing in a line wearing what looks like a tight astronaut's uniform. They are waiting to give blood. Emmeline is standing right behind Matthew.
I think that blood machine right there is an opportunity to have tech.
Okay. Well, what was the machine? Okay, like waiting to give blood.
I think it would be cool if it was just like a ring. You just put your arm inside a ring.
Sure. Yeah, just whatever it is, make it automatic to where there doesn't have to be a person there.
No, each cadet
Right.
places their arm inside a ring and samples are taken
Automatically.
Yeah. Next line.
Okay.
Emmeline is standing right behind Matthew. Emmeline. Matthew. Are you okay?
Matthew. I'm so stupid.
You're not stupid. You just don't feel good. The doctors will help you feel better.
I get sick all over my uniform. I'm so stupid. It was like I was spinning 1,000 miles an hour. Everyone else was having fun, and I just felt awful.
I don't think I was having fun.
Matthew takes his turn, and the nurse sticks him.
No, the nurse doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Takes his turn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And add a T to Matthew.
In the ring. And inserts his arm into the ring.
Oh, interesting. There's the the element of the cotton ball over the wound. So maybe there does have to be a person, but all that person does is the cotton ball.
He just picks up a cotton ball or something.
Okay.
Or, like, wouldn't it seal it up?
I don't know.
Why does it have to have a cotton ball? Is that relevant later?
Uh,
No, it doesn't. A
yeah,
cotton
yes,
ball
it
is
is.
where?
As she walks over to sit next to her friend, he takes off the cotton ball and the blood squirts out.
No, okay. He looks at it and it's come undone.
The
It's like it
suture,
didn't seal
the
good.
little suture.
Yeah.
Okay.
As she walks over to sit next to her friend,
Okay, so what?
she notices.
Okay, so what? Okay, so what happens is when you put your arm in, it does a little poke, right? And then another thing puts a little piece of like tape or whatever over it.
No, it would just be like all. It would just be like a little glue spot or something,
Okay, little
like
glue spot.
like they do in surgery when they put the surgical glue on.
Right, right.
So it would be like that.
But it didn't really take.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as she walks over to sit next to her friend, she notices blood squirting down his arm.
Right.
She points at it.
Okay. This is too much for Matthew, who starts to moan like a wounded animal and starts going into a fit.
And goes into a fit.
Emmeline comes over to him and places her hand on the incision to stop the bleeding. Matthew looks at her and calms down as their eyes connect.
Okay. That's the end of that part.
Yeah. That's nice. I mean, there's like, it's sort of about the connection, that they're having with each other. So I think that's cool.
There are a lot of people whose jobs are probably going to be taken. So people in service positions, I want to keep an eye on, tech. Now that we're into the future,
right.
I think it's really important. Even if there were futuristic things before,
right.
I think it's important that there's an escalation.
Yeah, I mean,
that happened in the original space race.
Yeah, I would say we are probably one generation into the future here, or so.
Yeah, probably.
Even though that may be generous, considering the technology that's being created. But
well, if we imagined, like, it would be cool if Emmeline were born on the year that asteroid got super close to Earth. So if she were born in 2029,
sure.
And then he met her at 11. It's been 5 years after that.
Sure.
I mean, and they say by 2040 that the bridge between Canada and Greenland is going to be summer ice is going to be melted, which is definitely going to be by 2040 a lot of rise.
Right. Well,
and they're experiencing flooding.
Right.
So all of that actually matches up in a timeline of what we think the future might look like.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think we're being, terribly specific.
No.
But, I have heard about, plans to build bases on the moon and, things like that.
They just freaking raised money to build a train up there.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a moon train.
What, a train from the moon to the Earth to the moon?
No, dude, how would that
cool.
work?
That would be cool. I want an Earth moon train, man.
Dude, no, on the surface of the moon.
Oh, like to go from different parts of the moon to different parts of the moon?
Yes.
Why would people want to do that?
No, to the different outposts and
Really?
stations that they want to have. No, like it.
Crazy.
I saw this guy on TikTok and he was like, so let me get this straight. We have a moon train now.
We got a moon train.
But we don't have healthcare on Earth.
Come on,
are you kidding me?
Rat it.
And I was like, you can't trust things on TikTok. So I looked it up.
Train.
I looked it up and there were legitimate news sources talking about it.
About moon trains. Well, there you go.
So check that out, people. Don't take it from me.